Hello and welcome back to Garden and Allotment Tips podcast with your host Gardening with Ben. If you're not listening to my main podcast channel, go across and find Gardening with Ben and you will be able to listen to where I post all my main podcasts on a regular basis. So today we're going to be talking about how to grow the best strawberries ever, as it's now getting ready for the strawberries to be starting to grow and harvest. It'll be getting to that time when you can eat those fresh juicy strawberries on a regular basis from your plants. But how do you get the best strawberries from your plants? That is the question you may be asking. Well, if you look at your strawberry plants now, I'm obviously based in Sheffield. Mine have just started producing all the flowers and they will start producing the fruit pretty much soon. But because they're starting to put all their energy into growing the fruit, you need to give them that extra helping hand in getting going, getting big, getting swelled up to make a nice, delicious, juicy strawberry. And at the moment, it is a heat wave. It certainly is in Sheffield. It's been 22 degrees today, extremely warm. And what strawberries need to help them swell up is obviously water, because strawberries are full of juice and full of water, so it just needs that bit of water to help boost them up and keep them swelled. So obviously around now you need to be making sure that they're watered on a regular basis. And another thing to make sure is keep an eye out for the slugs, because the slugs will be coming around and finding them delicious juicy strawberries and creating them holes and eating the insides out, and you don't want that. Obviously it'll do it to a few, but you don't want them doing it to many, because the strawberries are fantastic. You don't want to waste any strawberries. So to get them to swell, obviously you need to give them water on a regular basis, but you need to be feeding them as well. A bit like tomatoes, when they start producing the flowers and the fruit, you need to start feeding them and giving them the extra nutrition that they need to help them grow. So usual feeds for strawberry plants, you can obviously feed them tomato feed. That can be used on many different vegetables and fruit to help give them the best produce. And also there's many others out there. There's like seaweed feed as well. Seaweed feed can be very good for feeding plants, so have a look around for some of that. And obviously you need to make sure they're protected from the slugs, so you can either use stuff like hay, you can use beer traps. Obviously there's slug pellets, but they're not recommended these days, so try and stay away from the slug pellets. And another thing that you need to protect them from are the birds, the pigeons. They will love to come and eat them. So how do you protect them from them? Get them covered now with netting. Cover them all with netting. Make sure that the netting is high off the ground, because pigeons can bounce on the netting and they can eat through the netting, the strawberries, and sometimes they can get under it as well. So make sure that they're well protected with the netting to keep the pigeons out, and that is how you can grow delicious, beautiful strawberries. It's obviously too late to be planting strawberries now, unless you look in the shops and they're selling them off cheap and they've got flowers on them or got strawberries on them. And they are a well worth investment, strawberry plants, because they'll send out the runners after they've fruited and you can get 5 or 6 new plants from the strawberry plant. So you can get triple the amount of strawberry plants you've got. Like, I only started off with 20 strawberry plants originally, and now I've got about 200 plants on my plot, and every year they're just growing better and better and bigger and better every year. And the amount of plants that I've got, and I'm hoping to double the amount I've got next year. I'm hoping to get around 400 plants. I've got an idea of a plan to put all strawberry plants down the sides of my plot as well. I'm just thinking how to do it, and I'm also thinking about creating some planters where you can just put the strawberry plants in around the edge and they'll all hang down so they don't take up as much space. But that's an idea in the making. We'll have to see how we get on with that and see if we manage to be able to do that. Obviously, like I say, I'm no good at DIY, so I'm not brilliant at doing these things, but it's something that I do want to give a try. So hopefully we may possibly get some good strawberry plants next year. And strawberries are the best thing ever. It's just a shame they don't keep on fruiting all the way through summer. But I think there is some varieties now where they do keep on fruiting, so I'm going to be looking at possibly getting some of those varieties on my plot. I don't think they necessarily send out runners at the end of the year, so we can't quadruple them. We might just have to buy the plants that are needed to keep producing them strawberries. I just wish they produced the strawberries all the way through the year, and then you'd be an unlimited supply of strawberries throughout the year, and it'd be absolutely fantastic. But we'll see about it. We'll see if we can do it. So that is the plan for the future, getting an unlimited supply of strawberries through the summer. So that is basically how you get delicious strawberries and produce the best crops that you can from your plants. So obviously make sure you're watering them on a daily basis if possible. Make sure you're feeding them twice a week, once or twice a week now, with tomato feed or seaweed feed. Have a look around, see what's ideal for strawberries. Make sure you protect them from the slugs using beer traps, using straw, whatever you want to use to protect them from the slugs, and also make sure that you net them. So that is how you get delicious strawberries. So if you're new to this podcast, please do click that subscribe button, please do click that follow button, then you'll get notified as new podcasts are produced and uploaded. If you've not checked out my main podcast channel, go and find that as well. It's called Gardening with Ben, or there's a link in the description of this podcast. Until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep gardening, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben's podcasts.